Right, Betty, as we have, established, there are those who are in support of the president and there are those who are not. So what exactly, does his party members think about these allegations against Mr. Zuma?
The party members, we heard a current member of the top six, that's Paul Mashatile, who said that he has to step down. The party members are divided. You heard the person, that's Mr. Lazarus. He is a member of the ANC saying they want the president to step down, so that he wouldn't embarrass the party further. Remember, national elections are next year. So they're trying to be very careful not to lose too much to the opposition, like doing the work for the opposition and helping them garner more supporters and losing out in the elections. We've seen how the local government elections played out in August. So August the other year. So the allegations are there. There's so many court cases. Some have been, like the Nkandla issue where he paid back the money. But you still have the 783 count charge of corruption. And then you have the inquiry on state capture, which is, we just got its terms of reference. And we'll soon start sitting. And we understand that the president may be called, his son may be called, and all the Gupta scandals. So this has hurt a lot of the citizens who believe so much in the ANC as a liberation party and the party that will promote the interest of the black people or the erstwhile disenfranchised people, and not just a few, filling the pockets of a few. So the issue, there's so many issues, so many scandals, and the president is in court for different cases, which is what is making people lose support. And the stance is, oh, we will not vote for any other party, but we will not vote for the ANC. At the end of it, the ANC loses, as we saw in the local government election. Now, so many things are playing out as well. We just got notice that the Mkhonto Wesizwe, that's the veterans, liberation veterans, will be calling a press conference for tomorrow, where we hear that there are allegations against the current ANC leader. That's it. We'll go there to hear what they have to say, but it's getting more and more interesting, and we don't know what they will have to say by tomorrow.
Thank you so much, Betty, for your thoughts on that. The 9th time President Zuma will be facing a vote of confidence, or no confidence rather. Maybe he'll get his 9th life this time around. A cat has 9 lives, they say.
Probably he's lasted so long. Yes.
Thank you so much. Well, staying with South Africa, the Department of Mineral Resources, the DMR, and Mine Management are closing the Beatrix Gold Mine for allegations into safety practices after 955 miners were trapped underground for about 30 hours due to a power failure. All the miners were successfully rescued, though, on Friday and are currently undergoing counseling and rehabilitation procedures. Some unions blame the mine, the Department of Mineral Resources, and its inspectors for the incident after an electrical storm. The Democratic Alliance has therefore called on the DMR to certify the mine's emergency and contingency plans before operations can resume.
On the whole, and the Minister has said so, was that the way that management conducted themselves, the fact that we got all of the employees out of the mine without any injury and actually in a very fit state was quite positive and commendable.
There is an audit. The mine is closed. For now, we want to see the safety and all those issues. We do not want to speculate in terms of what happened.
Again, it will hold local elections after delays sparked repeated protests. An October 2016 agreement to end a drawn-out political crisis has set the poll for February 2017. Guinea is Africa's top bauxite producer, but despite decades of mining, the country remains one of the world's least developed.
The president of Guinea, Alpha Condé, has given the green light for local elections to be held. Guineans will now vote in local polls for the first time in 12 years, after delays sparked protests and political unrest in the country. The poll should have been held in February last year, as agreed in a deal signed with President Condé, opposition parties and civil society in October 2016. The delay pushed thousands of critics of Guinea's President Alpha Condé on the streets of the capital, Conakry, as political tensions escalated. Ahead of Sunday's polls, parties have been out trying to woo voters in Guinea's 342 districts. But some candidates say enthusiasm has been muted and many people have not yet collected voters' cards.
Currently, everything is going on well, although there is not a lot of enthusiasm around the collection of voters' cards. It shows that the citizens are disappointed with their leaders and shows the lack of interest among Guineans in these local elections. But we're in the process of raising awareness with other parties and civil society.
Condé's election win in 2010 ended 2 years of violent military rule. But his opponents say he has cracked down on dissidents, some protests have been banned, and fear he might try to change the constitution to seek a third term in 2020. Many Guineans are also angry that they have not benefited from the country's mineral wealth, with constant power cuts, few jobs, and low public sector salaries being top complaints. A smooth election is seen as vital to boosting investment by easing the threat of political instability. Guinea's Electoral Commission says they expect the process to be transparent.
L'élection dit aussi transparence, si nous voulons de bonnes qualités d'élection.
Elections are about transparency. If we want a good quality election, so we have taken a certain number of measures in terms of transparency, which consists of involving all the political actors, that is, all the parties and decisions made by the electoral body.
In 2015, all 7 opposition leaders who contested Guinea's presidential election against incumbent Condé called for the result to be annulled because of fraud.
Still to come on the program. Youths in Somalia are urged to solve the myriad problems facing internally displaced persons.